The government are afraid to say anything.
Can't you go to a
People
coffee
are not
morning?
allowed to say anything nowadays.
Who's frightened to say anything nowadays? You haven't stopped talking for the last 6 minutes.
Alright, so in this video, you're going to see the embryonic stages of the far-right playbook starting to emerge. You'll see a caller's argument against climate protesters instantly collapse, and then as soon as that happens, she pivots to her real target, immigration. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the like and subscribe buttons, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. Now let's watch this together, and then I'll give you my thoughts at the end.
11:34 is the time. Jackie's in Bexley. Jackie, what would you like to say?
Well, I'd like to say that all the aggravation it causes when people are protesting, blocking roads, the way to protest isn't by blocking roads, stopping ambulances, police cars, stopping the public getting to work. It just makes people angry, and it's pointless.
How did you feel about the Queen's funeral?
The Queen's funeral, that was organised.
Yeah, but my God, they shut a lot of roads.
Yeah, but that was organised. It wasn't. It's not like these protesters that just. At the end of the day, you hear about talking about immigration. I haven't got a problem, and the Jewish situation is completely different. Earlier on, listening to the conversation, it's unacceptable.
What's happening?
The immigration.
I feel that I sense you've rung 3 different phone-ins now, except the one that we're actually having.
I've been listening to it this morning,
yeah.
And I've been listening to it, and it's horrendous, because at the end of the day, there's not a problem with people coming in the country, immigrants coming into the country.
Why are we talking about this?
They're going to work. Well, because I want to get it out there, because the government are afraid to say anything.
Can't you go to a coffee morning?
To say anything nowadays.
Who's frightened to say anything nowadays? You haven't stopped talking for the last 6 minutes.
Well, there you go. I'm getting my point across.
So why are you frightened? Who's frightened? Who's frightened? I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure you are getting your point across, but I'm delighted that you feel you are. But who's frightened of saying anything? Who are these people?
But you're not allowed to say things in case you're being racist.
Like what?
You talk about immigration. When people talk about immigration, the one point I talk to a lot of people. I work in the public sector and talk to a lot of people.
About protest.
Yeah, but it is about protest.
So what aren't you allowed to say about immigration without being called racist?
You're not allowed to say that you don't think Britain should help. The problem is, let people in from the Ukraine, from war-torn countries, that are running for their lives.
Yeah.
But if you're running for your life, you stop in the first country that's safe.
Well,
England
that's Poland.
Is the first country that's safe.
That's Poland. That's Poland.
Well, this isn't, but England isn't the first country that's safe.
No, but if you're running out of Ukraine, you should stay in Poland, or possibly Estonia. My geography's not as good as it should be.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, you're getting people coming across illegally on boats.
But why were you talking about Ukraine?
Because the war in Ukraine.
What about the war in Syria?
Sympathy.
They've just shot a politician in Afghanistan for being a woman.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about war-torn countries.
Yeah, like Afghanistan and Syria.
Sorry?
Like Afghanistan and Syria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they come over legally in the correct way and not on boats across the channel.
What's the legal way? What's the legal way?
What's the legal way? Get your documents, come over the legal way. How the legal system works.
What's the legal way?
That's why the NHS is in so much trouble.
Oh,
because
NHS!
So many people come into the country that aren't paying into the system, that are getting housing benefits because they know the system. Because England is a soft country, and everybody knows that.
Right.
If you come in from another country, you'll get a house, you'll get benefits, you get free medical treatment. That's why the NHS is up the creek, and nobody will say it. Nobody will say it, but I will, because that's the truth of the matter.
To be fair, Jackie, I've heard loads of people say it, and they're all wrong.
How can you say they're all wrong?
Well, let's examine it, shall we? Let's just back up one bit. The legal routes that you can come here from Afghanistan. Just talk me through what that involves.
I haven't a clue.
I know.
haven't a clue.
Okay, and let's pretend that those routes.
I'll be honest, I haven't a clue.
Well, you don't have to tell us that. Or not out loud. And now pretend now that these legal routes exist, even though we both know that they don't. Okay. So you get here via one of these legal routes. Talk me through how you get a house and benefits.
Who knows? But
you do,
that comes
Jackie.
here seems to know.
You do. So tell me how that works.
I haven't a clue how they get it, but they get it.
Right, so you haven't got a clue how they get here.
They moan about being in a centre down in Kent.
Well, hang on. Why are they in a centre down in Kent if they're all getting houses and unemployment benefits? Mm-hmm. Why are they in a centre down in Kent if they can all get a house?
These are the ones that are coming on the boats, aren't they?
No, you just told me they're the ones that get the houses.
They do.
But why are they in a centre in Kent then?
Because they're waiting for all the paperwork to be done, aren't they?
But you were in favour of the paperwork a minte ago. That would be the legal route.
You know the situation, and you can't say it's right.
I do, and it is.
Do you believe people that are paying their taxes, that my parents who have worked all of their life and struggled and paid into the system, and we should let any Tom, Dick or Harry come into the country?
But we don't, you see.
We do.
No,
how can you say that? We do. You don't live in the real world.
How many times in this conversation have I said I haven't got a clue?
Well, how can I believe what you're saying?
No,
how do I know
it's a simple question. It's not an opinion. It's just counting. How many times in this conversation have I said I don't
Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm being honest. That's why.
And how many times?
Honest,
And how many times?
honest.
And how many times?
I know for a fact.
And how many times have you said it?
Yeah, I haven't got a clue about certain things. I don't know the system. I don't know the system.
Well,
but I do.
But then, how
know
can you
for
have such a strong opinion about something you don't know anything about?
I'm not saying I know about the.
So, if
the
I said to
system,
you,
but
point at something that proves what you're telling me, what would you point at?
Point at something that proves what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Well, go onto a GP list of patients.
Yeah.
And see how long they've been in the country and what they get and where they live.
Right.
And
what would this
it
prove?
Is, council accommodation, private rented.
Oh, Jackie.
You go in and have a look.
Okay.
And you're telling me, you cannot honestly tell me that this is not happening.
Well, I don't know what you're telling me is.
Tell me honestly.
So you're telling me that
what happens to the people
foreign people go to the doctors?
Boats? You tell me they're not getting sent straight back, are they?
Foreign people go to the doctors. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm not saying that. You're changing everything I'm saying.
I don't understand what you think. I don't think either of us
you're
know what
asking
you're
me for
saying.
the proof. No,
Yes.
I haven't got the proof.
No, I know
But
you
come
haven't
on.
got the proof. Why didn't you just
No, I
say
haven't
that?
got the proof.
So
But
you haven't.
you
So you
know.
haven't got a clue, and you haven't
No.
got the proof.
No.
I know.
I don't need the proof.
But it
You
doesn't
can
matter
see
because you
it.
can't say what you want in
can
this country
see it.
anymore without
You
being
can-
called a
right.
racist.
You walk around any local town centre,
And you'll see some
okay,
foreign
and they're
people.
going to be classed as being racist.
There's-
You walk around any town
How can you
centre,
tell who's foreign?
Okay? You walk, and because you can hear the language. So it's not just black, Indian, Asian people.
No.
It's Polish,
It's-
Ukrainian, it's Eastern European.
Yeah, and what's
It's
wrong with them
every
again?
single language apart from English.
What's wrong with them
so
again?
Don't tell me there's not people coming into this country.
I didn't.
Well, but you're telling me and they're not getting houses. You're telling me where they live.
You've got Suella Braverman's parents.
St Thomas's Hospital
You've
in
got Rishi
London.
Sunak's parents. You've got
St
James
Thomas's Hospital
Cleverly's
in
mum.
London,
You've got
and you tell
Dominic
me how many
Raab's
English
dad.
staff are working there.
What's wrong with foreigners?
Nothing's wrong with foreigners as long as
Hey.
they're coming into the country and paying their taxes.
But they are.
They're not all of them.
Well, how do they do that then?
Not all of them. You get a job and you work.
So unemployed foreigners are the problem.
Yes.
Right. Well, we got there in the end.
Yes, unemployed
Why are they
foreigners.
worse? Why are they worse than unemployed British people?
No, unemployed British people are as bad
Oh, so why are we talking about the foreigners?
because they're letting people into the country.
Who is?
The government.
But we've just established you've got no idea how you can come into this country legally if you're a refugee.
Well, you tell me.
You can't.
You can.
How?
Because they're getting on boats and ending up at Dover.
Yes, that's the thing that we said wasn't legal. So what's the legal
Yeah.
route?
I don't know the legal route, but what
You
I'm
just
saying
said
is the
you
legal
did.
route should be...
I
like
said
when
you
go to
can't, and you said you
Australia,
can.
You have to have a certain amount of
So
money,
what's
don't you, to get into Australia?
what's the legal route?
I don't know the legal route.
There isn't
I don't
one.
know, and what member of the public does know the legal route in? Come on.
I do.
How do you know the legal route then?
Well, it's research.
Yeah, research.
Yeah. Do you want to know what the legal route is if you want
Go
to
on,
come
then, you
into?
tell me the legal route.
There isn't one.
Okay, how comes that is then?
Pardon?
How's that then?
Because the
How am I
Tories have
getting in if there's no legal route
the
then?
Tories have closed them all down. The French would open up an asylum processing centre in Calais tomorrow, but the Tories don't want to do that because it would involve genuine asylum seekers having their applications accepted and coming to this country legally.
But you cannot have a genuine asylum seeker.
Yeah.
Would not be able to come to this country, would they?
Correct.
If you're a genuine asylum seeker, you go to the first safe country. So you wouldn't have this problem.
No, you don't, though, Jackie. That's simply not true. Also, what?
It is true. If you're running,
Okay,
for
so
your
why
life,
didn't all the Ukrainians stay in Poland then?
Well, okay, fair enough. But what I'm
What do
saying
you mean?
is,
Okay, fair enough. It's a question. Why didn't all the Ukrainians?
I haven't a clue.
Okay,
Probably
well, I
because
do
they've got family
again.
here,
There we
and,
are again. I hope
it's
someone's
okay.
keeping count. Is there something else you don't have a clue about? Shall I tell you why they didn't all stay in Poland?
Go on then.
Because the idea that people fleeing war zones have to stay in the first safe country they reach is not true.
Well, this is what we're told
Who by?
by the government,
No, you're not.
by whoever.
Oh, actually, on this occasion, you are told that by the government. But
We're
they're
told an
the
awful lot
same.
by the government, but how do we know what
But a
they're
minute
saying is true and
ago,
what
in
they're
fact,
doing?
at the beginning of this call, you were telling me you can't trust anything the government says.
Well, you can't, can you?
No, you can't, Jackie.
You've just said it. You can't.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't.
Except the bits you want to believe.
No, it's not the bits you want to believe.
Like
It's what
the
you
bits
see in
about
general
safe
life.
countries
When you
and-
see how the NHS is struggling
Yeah.
and all these people are coming into the country.
What about foreign
and there's not enough
doctors?
schools,
50%.
there's not enough building houses.
50% of NHS doctors now are
Sorry?
50% of NHS doctors are foreign born. How do we feel about them?
I'm not against foreign people. So you're changing what I'm saying.
I'm not.
I am not against foreign people working in England.
But if you're walking through the town centre and you see someone speaking Polish, how do you know whether they've got a job or not?
I don't know whether they've got
So
a
then
job
how
or
do you
not.
know that they're the problem that you can point at to prove to me all the things?
I'm not pointing at individuals, am I?
Yes, you
I'm
were
not
a minute
pointing-
ago.
I'm
You said
just
you can
making
walk
a
through any
point of,
town.
If people come to this country, no matter where in the world they come from,
Yes.
if they're going to work and pay taxes
Yes.
and pay national insurance towards the NHS, then that's fine.
So
You
you're
come
in
into the
favour of
country.
uncontrolled immigration then?
Not uncontrolled, no.
Why not, if they've all got to get a job and pay
Because
taxes?
There'd be a lot less people coming into the country, wouldn't there, that are working. If you want the doctors, the nurses, and all the healthcare workers and all professional people coming into the country, that's not a problem. But the problem is the people that
It'd be a lot harder to see a
country.
doctor if we got rid of half of them, wouldn't it?
So why are you saying that? I haven't said a word about getting rid of foreign doctors. I said it doesn't matter what country you're from, as long as you are paying.
Well, that's uncontrolled immigration.
No, it's not.
It is.
How can it be uncontrolled? If the paperwork's going through, how can it be uncontrolled? They're applying to come to the country to do a specific job.
Yes,
okay?
exactly. So we won't put any limits on how many people can come here as long as they do a job.
Yes, but you're not going to have all the uncontrolled amount of people coming here that aren't going to work and are going to get benefits and housing.
And how do they get here again?
How does who get here?
All the people you were just talking about, the ones with all the houses.
Well, I don't know how they get here. Some come over on a boat illegally.
Right.
Some get over here legally. Whether you just said
Will you do me a favour?
I don't care how they get over here. I don't know how they get over here. But at the end of the day,
again, it's an incredibly strong opinion. An incredibly strong opinion for a subject that, by your own admission, you know absolutely nothing about.
No. You're just trying to change what I'm saying.
I'm really not.
And I bet if you put a vote out on what people think out there, you'll get a 99% vote.
Well, let's find out.
Right, and loads of people want to say the same as me,
what do you think?
Got the guts to say it.
Well, we're here again, aren't we? You think you're some sort of brave crusader saying stuff that...
I don't think I'm a brave crusader. I'm just a normal.
Well, what does guts mean then?
Person.
What does guts mean, Jackie?
Why are you questioning the way I'm speaking?
You just said I haven't got the guts to do it, and I said that you think you're brave. So if you say I haven't got the guts to do something, guts is just another word for bravery, isn't it?
Look, okay, people are frightened to say anything.
I have to go now. Well, hang on. Again,
then.
no, we're back there. What are people frightened of saying?
Oh, is it worth me finishing?
Yeah,
is it worth me finishing?
Well, I'm 8 minutes late for the break. I could do this all day. But what is it that people are frightened of saying in the...
Speaking up the honest truth about what they feel.
But every time you've told me the honest truth, I've asked you one question and you've said I haven't got a clue.
That's about the way people get into the country. And
how can it be the honest truth?
Legal or illegal way of getting into Britain, but it's happening.
If I asked you to make a list of things you have got a clue about, what would you put at the top of the list?
Who knows?
Well, I hope you might.
I've got a clue about a lot of things.
Go on, then.
I've got a clue about a lot of things.
All right.
Well, there's no point in talking to you because you twist everything I say and put words into my mouth.
What words have I put into your mouth?
Oh, come and see you. Question.
Well, that's what I do. Of course, you say something.
I know absolutely nothing.
I know. You keep saying I haven't got a clue.
Dear.
Love to the family, Jackie.
Right. Thank you.
It's 11:54.
All right, so what did we see just there? The pivot she made was even more jarring when you cut out the 5 minutes of waffle in between. What we saw was the machine in action. A citizen armed with media-fed outrage, and when that outrage is challenged with simple logic, the programming defaults to its primary, more potent target, immigrants. And the switch isn't random. It's the playbook. It's the billionaire's greatest trick. Her arguments are not her own. They are pre-packaged talking points designed to create anger and division. But the most important phrase she used twice was, "I haven't got a clue." She's passionately furious about a legal asylum system she admits she knows nothing about. She is convinced immigrants are getting free houses through a process she admits she doesn't understand. And that ignorance isn't an accident. It's a prerequisite to holding views like this. The entire operation requires an audience that is angry about things that they don't understand. Because if they did understand the real complex reasons for the UK's problems, they wouldn't be blaming a few desperate people on a boat or a few desperate people that come over here to better their lives. They'd be asking why their energy bills are soaring while companies are making record profits. They'd be asking why their wages have been stagnant for 15 years. They'd be asking why a handful of media barons and hedge fund managers pay a lower tax rate than they do. It's the oldest trick in the book. The British Empire excelled in it. Divide and conquer. Keep ordinary people fighting amongst themselves over manufactured threats, while the real power, the real money, remains untouched and unseen. This call isn't about one confused woman, it's about the playbook being used to control everyone. So what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons for more, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching.